Yeah, ahead of us.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Okay, good. Let's get some of that slope in our transect if we can. Ooh.
Yeah, again, there are little like local maxima here. You get a suggestion of it from the multi-beam data, but when you're down here, you can see it much more clearly.
Yeah, and that's a good explanation of why I'm always an advocate of better mapping data. Believe it or not, some of the sanctuary's best bathymetric data is from 1920 long lead line
Oh
surveys,
man.
which
Use
try
your
and plan
satellites
an
at least.
ROV dive off of 100-year-old bathy data.
Wow.
Just try. So we are so grateful when Nautilus comes through and runs a line here and there, and we piece it all together. But some of the mapping that was done prior to this dive is really going to be super useful. Yeah. Mapping is a underappreciated contribution, I think, but
well,
not
thank
for
you.
everybody. We love it.
What I do find it fun when we're coming to a site and then we're seeing it come into a much clearer view as we're, getting ready.
What's our speed? We seem to be going a little fast.
I'm trying to kind of catch up a little bit.
Gotcha. I'm just wondering about the video analysts. They're going to be cursing us later.
Well,
if we go too fast.
A lot of altitude change.
I know it's hard.
It's easy to do that over flat ground, but
right?
It's not as easy when it's up and down.
Real life, what happens when you're making other plans, right? There's a hagfish at the bottom.
You want to reset Doppler again?
Yeah.
We had a lot of...
Done. And if you... Yeah. I mean, I'm just keeping the line going, but if we need to, I can stop it and start it. But we're now, like 130 meters on.
That's good to know. We're about 15 minutes in.
Great.
So 130 meters is pretty close to target. Once we hit 200 meters, we'll call it. So if you could just let us know, please.
Yep.
Thank you. Boy, that marine snow is thick.
I know, right? I wonder, I mean, it looks so similar, these particles. I wonder if it's like a very specific, like, you know how there are people who study like salp poop or, it looks consistent.
Yeah. I bet there's so much interesting stuff in there, all the DNA remnants. I guess we're going to find out those Niskins that are triggered provide water samples from these habitats that are used by Dr. Meredith Everett to do eDNA analysis, to look at the DNA that is captured in the water. Pretty neat stuff. It pings off a database, though, of known species and their genetic information. And sometimes when you get these unknown pings, you're like, well, that's probably a new species. Because we know it's something, but we don't know what it is. Pretty fascinating work. I mentioned our 2017 cruise when we had a 17-day cruise in Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary. And we had a lot of very late night watches where we came up with things like naming the different types of marine snow. We were riffing on the fact that there in Arctic countries, there are often many, many, many different types of snow and many names for snow. We were thinking that marine snow deserved the same type of naming.
Well, it's funny because I work with a bunch of engineers, and everything in the ocean is either a squishy or crunchy or a fish. That's their, yep.
Those are some good big categories.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you're looking at something acoustically, it could be squishy, then crunchy, you know.
Not mutually exclusive.
Right, right.
We also had a lot of fun with some of the names of these deep sea species. There are some great names in the scientific naming. For example, Parasticopus is a type of deep sea cucumber, and Rathbanaster is one of the deep sea stars that has many, many arms. And there's a stalked anemone called Umbellula. Is it an anemone, Steve, or is it a?
It's a sea pen.
It's a sea pen.
Yep.
That was.
But they have some great
It's a good
names.
one.
Right, Umbellula? Gotta love that. We're getting close to our 200 meters now.
Let me. Yeah, right now we're, looks like 175,180, 180 meters. So 20 meters to go. Kind of coming around a slight bend.
Great, thanks for the update.
Yep. USB also nuts.
We're right at about 20 minutes, so we're just on target and on time. Well done.
Great.
All right, I'm feeling like we're right about 200.
Yep.
Sweet. All right, Steve, could you please mark the end of transect, and we will shift to exploratory mode.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up that for those of you watching at home, we're going to have our next watch shift on the science seats jump on a little bit early. Nicole and I are going to be ducking out to do a live OET event starting at noon. So we are going to jump off and test our systems and get all connected through that mechanism. And we're going to have our next watch jump on a little bit early. And they will lead you through the next 4+ hours of diving.
Oh, do they want us to fire a Niskin here?
No, no.
Okay.
That wasn't explicitly stated.
Okay.
But Nav.
Nope, we're good with no Niskin right now. I suspect that the next shift we're going to be doing a fair amount of collecting. And so I kind of wanted to save the 3 remaining Niskins for Abby and Meredith to pull when we do some sampling.
Nav, can you double check that last waypoint? That was transect 7.
Oh, yep. Thank you. Got it. We were. Yeah, and if you guys have like exploration-y stuff, I can stop tracking.
How's our oxygen level here?
So it's come up a couple of micromolar since we started that transect. But I think it's more of it changes based on how the topography changes a little bit. So as we come up and around some of these outcrops, it rises and then it drops off again as we round the side. So I think it's a partially depth related change, but we're hovering more or less between 5 and 7 micromolar, but still very low.
Because the surface is like 270 micromolar, right? Something like that. So like nothing.
Say again?
I was just compared to the surface, which is like 200 to 300. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like nothing.
Yeah. The definition for the oxygen minimum zone varies from publication to publication, but generally below about 20 micromolar is low oxygen minimum zone.
Yeah. Lonely snail.
Zoom in, Dave.
Yeah, that oxygen minimum zone is really important in upwelling systems. It can deliver undersaturated water up onto the shelf, but really what we see in Olympic Coast is that respiration or animals breathing is also really important to the hypoxia signal. We have a highly productive ecosystem that seasonally has these pulses, and as that productivity booms, those animals and plants and things eventually die off and start consuming oxygen. And so that respiration really is important to the dynamics of hypoxia on the coast. And we do see a buildup of hypoxia over the summer season. In fact, this year, similar to what we saw in 2017, there was actually quite a large hypoxic signal that seemed to be quite prolonged to the point where we had a lot of species washing up dead on the beach. Some of our colleagues at Quinault Indian Nation sent us photos of wolf eels and things that had succumbed due to hypoxia. So it tends to be worse in the southern part of the sanctuary and not as bad in the north where there's more mixing. But I tell you, the storm that is likely to blow through is probably going to mean the end of upwelling and a transition.
What's that little white thing sticking out?
Yeah, we're likely to be shifting to downwelling here. It's actually kind of good news because it mixes up the water and gets the oxygen back and helps keep the water from stratifying. Oh, that's a nice little sponge.
admin stop.
It's like so flocculent.
Yeah, all the meteorite scientists from NASA named it mucklicious. So that's what comes to mind when I'm in these types of situations.
The type of terminology I expect from NASA.
The non-technical
Right.
marine science term coined by
like
space
that.
junkies. On our 2017 mission, we also had many colonial tunicates called pyrosomes that normally have a subtropical distribution, but the seafloor was littered with them, and we found them in the water column as well. And I'm not seeing evidence of them at all this year, so it's an interesting change in biomass.
Is that a seasonal thing too?
No, that was most likely a result of the marine heat wave that we had, and a leftover signal from that. The southern species became much more prevalent when we had that big marine heat wave here.
Yeah, I like that aspect of having to understand the species distribution is you have to understand, you know, if they're a member of the plankton in their early life or their whole life, you know, it's physically controlled a lot. So it's neat.
There's so much to know. There really is. And so much left to study
Right.
and learn about and discover and mystify.
Kind of falling off here.
Yeah, I mean, let me bring them back up.
All right, everyone. I was just going to say, Nicole, it looks like both Erica and Abby are ready to jump on V-Link and take over for Nicole and me. So we're going to have them go ahead and do that and sign off for now so that we can jump over to the live event. So folks are welcome to join us there or continue on this dive as we explore this deep biogenic area. Thanks, everybody, and have fun.
Thanks. See ya.
Yeah, thank
Next
you.
watch.
Gotta hurry up.
All right, I'm going to reset you.
Yeah.
Abby on site too, just checking if anyone can hear me.
Hello, we hear you.
Hello.
There
Brilliant.
you are.
Much better.
Okay, mic check, science one.
Getting steeper.
Yeah, I'm a
We
little.
hear you, Science One.
We're gonna go uphill
Thank
and
you.
then downhill a little bit if we're. I don't know if they want us to explore a little bit more, and I can stop tracking the line.
Well, we just ended a transect, correct?
Yeah, so we're about like 140 meters from the end of that transect.
Okay. We can noodle around because running a transect would run into the shift change for pilots, yes? Potentially?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we go ahead and just explore some, and then we'll start the next transect at the beginning of the next shift.
Cool.
Sounds good.
And can I just confirm? So the last transect was transect 7. Is that correct?
Correct.
Brilliant. Thank you.
That was about 20 minutes, and it ended at 19 minutes past this hour.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
So I've seen in the science chat that we're on the lookout for white paragorges and red swifty sticks. And yeah, any of the sponges that are on our collections list.
Yeah, whenever you want or you see a good candidate, we can stop and get either of those corals. We've been seeing them here and there, but sponges have been pretty sparse lately. We saw one Faria species, but it was very small. But that's been just about all the sponges we've seen for the past few hours.
Okay, interesting.
Now, Steve,
Faria
have
is on
you
the
guys
list.
are?
Sorry.
Just wanted to make sure that you had gotten a sample of that Swiftia fan
The fan,
earlier.
yes.
Did
Yep.
I see that? Okay. Okay, great.
That's right. Yeah, so just to run through with shore folks, Swiftia fan was our first sample of our watch, and then we have a cup coral that might have gotten caught in the slurp tube, but we'll try and recover that. Then we had some Niskin water at the end of transect 6, and that's been it.
All right, we'll see what we can do to challenge the collection capabilities of Herc today.
Steve, what does the bio box look like? Which are the 3 compartments at the moment?
Yeah, so the bio box is so that we have the left-hand partition available. There's that pink coral right there on the left-hand side. Is that stick Swiftia? There's been a couple more popping around.
Yeah.
So left-hand partition, the bio box is open, and then most of the starboard bio box is available. Only slots A and B. I don't know if you have the diagram in front of you. Only slots A and B
Yeah,
have
I do.
coral.
Yeah, there's only coral in those, Abby, so we could stick sponge in with them. If
Okay,
needed.
thank you.
And jars 6 and 7 on the slurps are wide open.
That would probably be good for a farrier if we do see any that's more than a tiny patch. Although maybe we just maybe we do just sample a small one, because even when I was up earlier, they did, we kept waiting to see if we would find a bigger patch, but we didn't see anything. So maybe it just grows in small little isolated patches here.
So these are some of the white paragorgia.
Yeah. So pilot,
You take a
kind of white sticks are something we're interested in sampling. Also the red sticks, they kind of are vertical. I'll try and point them out. We're going to want to do some sampling. So these are the white sticks. The telestrator's not working up there. White, pink, kind of single stalks are sampling targets, and the red, very sparsely branched or sticks are targets as well.
He's here.
Yeah, the white stalks.
You want to zoom in them?
Zoom and possibly sample. Yeah, actually these two right here. Oh.
Dave,
Yeah, let me point it out. There you go. There's one. That red one. And the second one. So actually, these are really good candidates for collection.
you see what you want. You want to sample that?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So this is a target species you haven't collected yet today?
Yeah, they're target species and kind of unknowns.
Oh, nice. Twofer.
And we're gonna slurp it.
However you think is more appropriate. I think if you can grab it, that might be better because we're trying to save the slurps for some fragile sponges.
Dave, zoom in. Where's this gonna go?
It
You
can
want
go.
the whole thing or a snip? Well, I guess if you're gonna.
I guess.
We're not slurping it.
What? Yeah, that's fine. A small piece is fine. Yeah, it is pretty tiny. I think a slurp might be the best option, shoreside, but that might take up one of our jars. Do you have any opinions?
if you can just
You got the whole thing.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
got a.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's got a little piece of rock, so
There we
it'll
go.
stay in the box pretty good.
That's fine. Can you bring it around to the starboard side?
Yeah.
And we'll put it in one of the small bins, maybe C.
Switch the cameras around.
And Steve, just to confirm, this is sample 033?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Steve, you should have the telestrator up there now.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay, good.
Yep. Yeah, I appreciate that, son.
Yep, no worries.
box out? That's okay. We're good. And where's this gonna go?
In C,
C.
yeah.
Okay.
And that rock should drag it right down.
I cannot swing more inboard here. Can you use bubble and try and see why I'm not able to swing over there? Can you come out on the door more? Does it come out more? That's as far as it goes. That's as far as it goes. Why can't I get over there? That's as far, that's all the azimuth I have. What's happening?
You want a different box?
Well, I'm trying to figure out why we can't get to the back of the box. Like the arm's not swinging around.
Yeah, something's blocking it.
Try and zoom in and see if there's something going on down there. That's pretty far over.
Abby, did you make it back?
We hear you. We hear you. Welcome back. We've been having periodic satellite network outages, and they're working on it with Verizon on that.
Well, I guess we'll just keep logging back in every time we get booted out.
Yeah, sorry
more.
about that.
I gotta
It's
come
been
over
happening.
more. Huh. Can we put this in the front?
Yeah.
And I need to figure out what's going
Right.
on with the arm here, but I don't
That's
want
fine.
to do it while we're trying to sample.
That's fine.
And I think it can go on the starboard side in the front because there's a sponge in that box. So you can double up.
Yeah, you want it? That's okay?
If it's a coral and a sponge, it is,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I think that's fine. So starboard side of the forward box is fine.
Draw out. Drawer out. Come on, man. I want to push the drawer out. Which side do you want to put this in?
Starboard side.
With all the other stuff?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's just some sponge in there.
Close the drawer.
Good shot.
So there's one more thing here that we want to look at and sample.
Okay.
Oh,
Just over to starboard a bit. Is that the one
yeah,
you're thinking of, Steve?
it's just off the screen in the lower right-hand corner. I'm drawing it in the telestrator. It's in this direction. So it's this pink stalk here
Oh, okay.
that we want.
Is that going in the same box?
Different box on that one, please.
Different box.
Which different box?
Forward, the forward left-hand side, port side.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Days zoom in. Zoom out. Drawer out.
Door.
Two good samples. Yeah, so shoreside, that Paragorgia was 034 and the Swiftia was 33.
Copy.
Is that further over than it was?
Are you limited in many? Oh.
Yeah, put the drawer back out.
It looks like our short side folks are back again. There's been another network outage. Are you folks
Yep.
back with us?
You
I'm
could
back
rotate
in,
when the
thank
box
you.
Popping
wasn't
in and
out.
out.
Good. Yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, they've been working on it.
Just bear with us if we're slow on answering the question.
So I was watching in the background. We got 2 samples there, right? The red Swiftia and then the white Paragorgia.
That's right.
Brilliant.
That's
And
as
they
far
both
over
went
as it
into
goes.
with the sponge.
Well, I'm like,
Yeah, the Swiftia went in.
No.
Forcing it, you know?
Yeah.
Can you
Go
repeat
ahead,
that?
Steve.
Like there's no
No,
limits.
I didn't hear the. It
I'm in
was a
this
little bit
mode.
garbled.
No.
Abby, the Swifty went in with the fuzzy sponge on the starboard side, and the Paragorgia went into the port side of the front.
Correct.
Cool. Thank you.
Something amiss there. That's not good. Are you gonna close the box?
I'm gonna reset you again. All right, are we ready to continue on to the next waypoint?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Science, is that good?
Yeah, we're all set back here.
Okay, sweet.
Keep saying we,
Sounds good.
but it's more like me and everyone on shore. It's a weird year.
I'll just do steps until we change. Watch.
Erica, are you able to see data on the Nautilus data stream?
No, I have no Herc or O2.
Okay, just checking. Me neither.
Yeah, we've been having a little bit difficulties with that, but if you need something relayed, let me know. I can let you know what it is.
Okay, fab, thank you. What's the current depth?
Yeah, we're at 1097 meters.
Thank you.
This Paragorgia is very different than the stuff we were seeing on the midnight to 4 shift. That was large red fans, a very knobby Paragorgia. This is definitely a lighter color and more stick-like. And that's with a change in only about 200 meters of depth.
I think there might be an octopus off the left-hand side, 9 o'clock. But just to let you know,
I think so too.
on shore, We're now commencing the transfer in the front row. The watch handover.
Thank
Okay,
you.
you guys do what you need. Do what you need to do, and we'll just hang out.
We're going off into the abyss here.
Hello.
Well, I don't want to leave them right here out in the abyss. Huh? So there's an issue. So there's an issue.
For those of you tuning in, we are currently diving in Coronado Canyon in the outside of the Olympic Coast National Marine Sanctuary, and our pilots and data loggers and navigators are commencing a shift change, so the past shift can go get some lunch.
Is it just me, or is there like static going on? Coming back down.
Yeah, come down 5 minutes.
Is 20 good, or?
Yeah, he's got an auto depth, which I haven't seen working. Just give me a second to get sorted here.
That's copy.
Yeah.
Well, they got too many lights on. Can't see. Shit.
I got it.
And yeah, turn that porch LED off. Turn the downs off for a second. Yeah, there. That's good. Okay. Under control.
Yeah, it looks like it's not too steep, but it's not too deep, but it is steep. You're headed towards it. So.
Where are you?
Just lost it in fish eye, so was directly below. Now
Because
you should.
Oh, I see. I think I see.
He's west of you.
Are you?
Oven is pulling the monitor. Cannot see. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're pulling me.
Must be. Okay, I went quite a ways there.
Yeah.
See if auto depth works. I couldn't, was not working before.
Data on comms. Check, check.
Good morning.
Gotcha.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hear you loud and clear.
It's afternoon now.
Oh, is it?
We're just getting sorted out here. We were a little close to the wall of death there.
Yeah.
So figure out where we are, and then gonna play with the manipulator for a minute.
Yeah, I hear we're having some trouble getting to the starboard box, maybe?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Okay.
There's a wall of death and the manipulators having issues, and I really have to pee. See you later.
It's gonna be a long watch.
No, not me. That was my handover.
Oh. Waka.
So.
Okay. See, I should be good for auto XY. No, I'm not. No Doppler.
No Doppler.
But depth seems to be holding.
Yeah.
Okay. You got me, Michael?
I did not.
What the heck, man?
It's flipped around. Yeah. So you're. Why don't you keep strafing right?
Yeah.
And you might get to be a little closer to him.
How'd the wall suddenly get behind him?
Yeah, he's flipped around.
I flipped around to get out of wrap.
You need to look to the north, my friend.
Yeah.
Come port, look to the north.
I went that way and you went that way.
Well, current got me. That's my excuse. Okay, I'm just gonna come land here. We're not moving anymore?
No, we should
Or
be
in
stable.
static?
Yeah. There's her.
I think, is Data Lab talking or something?
No, it's on SPL. It's something.
Oh, I know, I'm listening to Data Lab. Oh, that's SPL?
It's something on SPL, yeah.
Yeah. There's like a speaker on or something.
I
Maybe.
think
Yeah,
it's from our shoreside scientist. Do we have our shoreside scientist on now? Can you guys
Yes.
hear us?
Intermittently, yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're back in the box there. Let's go. Oh, this is gonna be kind of a rough landing, sorry. Yeah, look at that coral for a minute.
Wow. Nice
Wow.
light.
All right.
That one
that's
we went
a
on, that one went on.
Swiftia.
You can zoom in there if you want video and play with our manipulator, see what we got here. Can you show me the manip?
Would you like the salvo if you're gonna test that?
No.
Okay.
The problem is he's got it set for a flute.
When you said flute, I thought he like actually held it like a flute, like this or something.
Like this.
Like, why would he?
It's like an actual arm. So instead of like this, it's like faced like the arm. So it's intuitive. It makes sense that way, but it's hard to press the button.
Yeah, I can't do it. Ooh, that's not good. Really? Arm's not moving, right?
Where's it from?
Okay. Yeah. Coral keeping you entertained?
Oh man, you don't even know. Like, I got nothing. I had like 2 jokes and it didn't make any sense.
Too early.
Too early. What kind of coral is this? Anyone know?
Swiftia.
Oh, that was quick.
It's a Swiftia fan, yeah, probably Swiftia pacifica. And we collected one of these earlier.
I don't see any issue there.
Collected one already?
You need the other view to
Yes,
check
we
it
have.
out.
Nice.
Yeah, switch over that port camera, would you?
Copy. One.
So who do we have on the line as far as science? From
So you
shore.
have Abby on side too.
Abby, awesome. You're a sponge specialist, I hear?
That's the one.
Amazing.
Yep. We have to do introductions. It's quite confusing when
It's
when
quite
you can't
dangerous
actually
doing
see who's
this. I
there.
really don't want to do it, but
Once
I'm gonna do
everyone's
it.
settled, let's do some introductions. That's a good idea.
Yes, sounds a good plan. Is that a tiny shrimp you can see hanging onto the coral?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. Hey, little guy.
Super tiny.
Still like a little guy.
I keep giving them all genders,
The
little guy,
camera's
but
pretty.
they're hermaphroditic, some of them.
The camera's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's as far as it's ever gone, I believe. It's as far as it drives in open loop. So what I'm doing here, I'm in the set limits menu. I'm using the rocker switch to move that function. Yeah. And that's it.
Feeling pretty normal?
Can it reach in the?
If the box is open, it can't.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The box is closed, so we usually, I think if it's open, there's no drama.
All right. Noted.
I can live with it. What were we doing?
You talk about this shrimp.
I hear we were maybe thinking about another transect soon, science?
Transect. We're in a box canyon.
Yeah.
So we can transect up.
We can transect out of it.
Let's go look around. It looks like a pretty cool site.
Yeah, so...
Right, so we've been looking around, we've moved away from the last transect, so if we could do a 200-meter transect here in the not too distant future, steady speed and steady altitude, that would be awesome.
Sorry, we're hearing you very quietly.
yeah.
Any way to hear you a bit louder? Adjust mic options?
That's a good question.
To answer your question, yes, we can attempt that, but the terrain is quite difficult to do something steady. So we can attempt it, but we'll have to be patient if it's not quite steady speed or steady depth, what have you.
Okay, understandable. What I've learned is that it's priority to get the distance rather than time. So,
all right.
Okay.
As long as we can get 200 meters, that'd be great.
200. Roger.